Hi everyone, I'm back. It's Friday and we're starting off the weekend, and I got a lot of stuff to do. So, first off, I want to thank everyone from the sponsors of February 2018. I appreciate every single one of you, so thank you very much. Another thing that I have been working on is the alcohol ink. Now, I've done two pretty big ones because this is A3. This is one where I'm going to do a lot of with the white gel pen on top, and I've been seeing how the blending pencil thing works out. Not too fond of that though. Um, and this is, these dark lines, that's what I don't like, and there's no way to get them off. I've tried doing it with a cotton swab, and I've tried with I don't know how many things. But one thing I haven't done yet is put some glycerine in the isopropyl alcohol. So I still have to try that, but I have to find some glycerin. So I'll run around the shop, I think tomorrow, and try that. But this is another one I've done. And I sort of like this. I like the effect. And I think it's because, of all the cells. We are cell people, right? So I kind of like this. And what I did is just did a really light background and then came in with a cotton swab and just swabbed it all over. And then used different colors, of course. But for a background, I really like this. Let's see. And of course, I could always put some of that gold foil on top. And then if you look at it like this, it's kind of, it's artsy. See that? I kind of like the look of it. It's really translucent, and it makes your mind go, like what is it and how did they make it and how did they do it? So that's the look I'm going for. Something that captures your eye and makes you start to think, what am I really seeing? So I think I'll go, I'm going to go and explore this a little bit more. Let's see up here. See? Really beautiful cuts I can make out of this thing. So I'm pretty happy with that. And also with this, as you can see, this is a little bit more intense color-wise because I used less diluted alcohol ink, and as you can see, this is kind of nice to look at too. Doesn't matter what you pick out, it does have something to it that I think, okay, I can live with that. I always think, would I put it on my wall, and then that's something I think about. See that is nice. I like it. The intense colors, and I always like to do it with one of these things, just to see how something will look when I frame it. That is nice too. The colors are, now this is pretty much the color it really is when I'm looking at the monitor. So that's I think it's nice. I might put some up in Etsy. I am so bad in selling my stuff. That's a whole different ball game. Now I've started off something on a canvas board. As you can see, this is a canvas board, and it gives just a little bit different look to it. And the dark lines even come out more on a canvas board, as you can see. But I just think maybe I'm gonna put something on top. So I'm going to work this all the way through and then put something on top. I want to see how a black pen will work on this, if it bleeds or not. So that's something else I've got to do. Now, another exciting thing is this. And you guys might know this, but I've been looking around here and I can't find them here. Dick Blick sent me a whole box full of these gesso boards to do some pouring on. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. And these are 5x7. And that's centimeters, 12.7 centimeters by 17.8. but that's 5 inch times 7 inch, and this is one of them. As you can see, nice solid back, and this is gessoed, so you can pour right on, and then you get this nice little thing. You can put one of those stickers on the back, you know, with one of those hangy things to hang them on the wall. It is thin. I usually like them to be a little bit thicker, but I know that Ampersand has also has the cradled, I think they call it, that's a little thicker. But you know, when you start out and you start pouring, this is the thing, because it's really cheap, and you know, it's I think it's very easy. You can just open up a package and start right away. You'll find them in the shops like this, and as it says here, it's a 3-pack, so there are 3 of them in there. And I think for starting pouring and doing some experiments, this is a cool way to do it. Not too expensive, and you get nice results, and this is absolutely something you can also sell, so that's kind of cool, right? Yes. Now I have another thing, something new. Wait for it. That is this. Ta-da! It's called Interior Liquid Tape, and it's made by Walter Strong, and it's made in England, but he has a Amazon website, so he's on Amazon. But what this is, and I'll show it to you because I'm already preparing it for tomorrow. I have 2 gesso boards, as you can see, and because we want to keep, or some people really want to keep the back really clean. Now what you can do is you can go over the whole back like this, and this is still wet, because when it's totally dry it'll have that color, you know, not the yellow but the other color. So when it's dry, it'll be one complete surface. And if you think, you know, I don't want to put that much on there, then you can put something in the middle like I did with a piece of photo paper, taped it on the panel, and then I'd use the liquid tape around the sides. But when you pour your picture and everything's dry, you can just tear this off and you'll have a completely clean back of your painting. It will be clean because there's no way paint's going to go through here. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to take it off. The thing is that when you put it on, you just put it on with a brush and make sure it's not too thin, because you want to be able to peel it off, you know, in one bit. And if you're not sure, you can always put a double layer on. I'm pretty sure that works out also, because it's sort of a latex thing or something. But the cool thing is the cleanup of the brush is it's so easy, because a little bit of tap water, run it on your brush and it's clean. And I really like that, because I was thinking, you know, if you use this and every time you use it you have to throw a brush away, that would be a real pain in the butt. But that's absolutely not the case. You could just run it under the tap and it is clean. So we're going to be using these tomorrow, because I have to let this stuff dry, and you'll see what happens with it. And of course I will be doing a canvas later on. I'll be using this on a canvas on the back, because a lot of people use canvases, but I am 100% sure it's going to work like a charm. So that's what we're going to do. Now another thing is, I am so full of things to do. I'm going to start on my big abstract painting this weekend. And I'm going to start it right away today, because my mind is bubbling over with ideas, what I want to do. And I'm going to be videoing it, but I'll be doing it in little pieces. And then I think I'll do a, you know how they speed up the video? So I won't be talking much. I might do a voiceover on the video, so that I'm telling you, you know, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, why I do something. But it's going to be a really big abstract. So something like 1 meter by 80 or something like that, maybe even bigger. I'm not even sure how big my canvases are. I have them up in the attic, so I'll have to go get one right after I do this video. And oh yeah, and another thing. Oops. The other thing is my new toy. Can you hear it? That's the compressor. It's kind of quiet and it fills up kind of fast. See, that's it. So it's full. And I'm gonna try it. I haven't really figured out how much air I want going through there. And I had to buy a new airbrush because the other one didn't really work that well. It was a really old one. So this is something I'm going to use too. Maybe not in this pour, but in one coming up. Then this weekend we have to fix the other paintings. Now, as you can see, it's all dried up, all dry, and as you can see, it is totally on there. You can see a little bit on the back where, see that? The little indentations. But this is totally stuck on there. And I know a lot of people said do a negative space. And the thing is, what I'm going to do is this is all going to be white, or at least very sand color. This is all going to be sand color. And then I'm going to do the metallic thing on top with the patina and all kinds of cool stuff. But I also will be doing one where, because I asked you guys, you know, what would you do? And a lot of people said negative space. So I'm going to make a new one, a 30 by 30, just like this. I'm going to put a new layer of 3D balls on top. And I will show you what this is. Here it is, PowerTex 3D balls. Because a lot of people didn't see this video that I made it. So it's www.powertexshop.com. You can send an email there if you don't know where to find these things and you want to try them out. So just send them an email. And if they don't know what you're talking about, direct them to this video and they will help you out to find where you can buy that stuff. But this one this is gonna be very light, and all these, see these little things I did it with the gel medium. They're gonna be light on top, and there's gonna be patina going through the sides. It's gonna be cool. Now a lot of people said, oh no, the balls are this and the balls is that, but this is just the first layer. When you're doing something like this, you can't just think you can do that all in one session, because you have to build it up a little bit. So the pour here I pretty much like, but what we might be doing is making this all one color, and then this too, where the structure is under the paint. So then we'll only be seeing this little bit of pour, not even this, but only this and here. And this will all be in one color, and then lighter, because I want it to be light. And then I'm going to put some metallics in there and make sure that it's going to, you know, do that corrosion thing, the little patina thing. Now this one was the abstract thing, as you can see. Straight away I didn't really much care for this color, but this is just the underpainting. So is this, just to get an idea of, you know, what's going to happen when I put some paint on the structure that I made with the gel medium. So this also is just the beginning of the painting, and I really have to get in there and do a lot of stuff with it, and you'll see it sort of come to life during this weekend, because this was the most intense part that I had to put on, and took a lot of time to dry this stuff here. So this you'll see coming together this weekend also. And then of course we have this one. Someone said, like, warts on a toad. Yes, I can understand where you're coming from. Warts on a toad, but I sort of like it. I do have to tighten up the canvas before I go any further with it. As you can see, it's pretty loose. See that? So I'll have to tighten up that canvas, and then it's really on there. It doesn't look like it because I did also I started off with a little shadowing here around the sides, which I'm also going to be doing here, so that it sort of comes up from the canvas. But you'll see this come together too, and who knows, you might even like it. I thought it was like, I don't know, it was not something I'm really totally crazy about, but people, it's all about experimenting, and I just hope I can bring that across, because if you don't experiment with your mediums, you'll just be stuck in that one little thing that you learned how to do, and you want to grow and you want to reach out and do different things. And the only way to do that is sometimes you have to make a big fat mess. That's what you have to do. And then don't do it really fast either. Like this, if I had my way, I would have thrown this out last weekend, because I was thinking it looks like vomit. It really does. And then I put a little glitter on top. Don't know if you can pick that up in the video. Yeah, you can. There's a lot of glitter going on here. And then it sort of started to look a little nicer, and I thought, well, it has possibilities. Then I did the little shadowing, and then it started to come off the canvas, and I thought, okay, we can work with that. And that's how you really, expand your possibilities with the medium you use. So we'll just see what happens, and we can always throw it away, right? Yes. Okay, now to our pour. Silicone, let's see. This is spray silicone. Oh, it's empty. Don't know what happened there. Then I'll just use the dimethicone. But I am going to fill up my little bottle with spray silicone. But I always do that outside. So if you haven't heard me talk about it before, when using the spray silicone, what I do is take it like this, a little bottle, take out the little dropper, then really go outside and just spray this in, as you can see, and do it slowly, because there's a lot of fumes coming out. Now, one thing when you do this, don't put back in the dropper. Really don't. You don't want to do that. And what you want to do is every 10-15 minutes, you want to shake it. Listen, did you hear that? That's pressure building up because it's been in one of those spray things. Did you hear it? And it just does that for maybe a day. But you just have to shake it, shake it, shake it, and make sure you get rid of all those little bubbles. Listen. Every time you shake it, there's pressure building up and you have to release it. Now, if you put this in and you were to tip it over, the silicone will spurt out like crazy, because every single time there's pressure build up in this little bottle. It's also very cold, and you just want to let it release all the pressure, and after a couple of days you can just use it with the little dropper in the here inserted in top. And I know that Rick uses silicone blaster, but this is for all the European people. This is pretty much the same. And ooh, you can't see much on there anymore. I've been using this for a really long time. In the beginning I only used this. Then I moved on to Dimethicone 1000 because it's non-toxic, it's skin friendly and all that kind of stuff. But this is Griffin spray, which I buy at the Gamma. Gamma has it, and it's $7.95 one of these, and I think you could do about, well, I'd say 400 paintings with one of these. at least. So, but do use it like this. Spray this outside so the fumes can go. Shake it for a couple of days. You need to shake it and until the pressure is totally off there. See, if I do it right now again, can you hear it? It just keeps building up pressure. And this is what causes all those little bubbles in your paintings. So if you use it straight out of the spray can, you get those little pinholes. And I know Rick does that, but I think maybe that's because it's a different kind of spray. I don't think he would be selling stuff with big fat pinholes in it. So I'm sure he has a little bit a different sort of a fluid in the spray can. Okay, I mixed up some colors and I did some really funny colors because, you know, sometimes you just want to do that. Just do some funny, weird colors instead of the blues and the turquoises. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour on this. I'm going to have to get some cups. Because I don't want to pour on the table. You do want to raise it just a little bit to make sure that, you know, the drips can drip off the side. So we'll just do it like this. There we go. Yes. And I'm going to pour out of a little cup. Maybe even a smaller cup. I have these cups and these are not for doing ribbons because you can't, you know, press them because they'll break. For that, I bought some special paper cups. Now we're going to start with a little bit of blue, little bit of red, and yellow, which will make green with the blue, and some orange on top. Whoops, there we go. I think that's more than enough. And instead of doing the flip, I think I'll just pour it like that. And let's see what it wants to do. I should have had a little corner catch thingy. We can do it with this. Ooh, and I already see cells popping. But oops. Yeah, it's Friday. Let's just do that. Letting it run down here. Ooh, it's making some pretty colors. Look at that. I like that. Let's keep that. But this is a lot different than doing it on a canvas because, as you can see, it's more difficult to hold it. You have to really make sure you can't hold your fingers on top. I'm going to let some of it run down so we get some more of that nice green. Ooh, it's doing its thing. Okay, that's it. Oh yeah, I'm fully covered in paint. Now let's do some torching. Let's see what happens. That's a lot of cells. And they're kind of small and doing their own thing. And now I'm going to do some tilting. Let's see. Let it come down a little bit because I really like what's going on up here. That's nice. Letting it come down a bit more. I really like that really blue. See that? How it's... That is really nice. I don't like this. So, what you don't like you can always pour over. That's that. And I'm going to take this to swipe with. That makes for a little bit more interesting pour. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. That is cool. I like it. That is really pretty. I like this. They are a little stretched, a little long, but also it has a whole band of cells going all around there. I like this going on here. I like that. And this is sort of mediocre. Not too fond of that. You can still do something to it. As you can see here, I'm looking at the gesso thing. What you always can do if you have that, you can always put on a little bit more. You know, that's where the silicone, I think, touched the gesso board, or it even could be my hands, because I've been filling that little bottle with silicone. And the bottle, I've used it before, so there might be a little contamination on the bottle. When working with silicone, you know, you don't want to get that on your surface at all, because that really makes a big mess out of things. Now, what I'm going to do is just do one little, I'm going to add a little, wait a minute, a little bit of yellow, because I'm not totally satisfied yet. And I'd like something to stir it with. I might even use this. Let's make it, I think that's okay. I do want something in the middle though. Like that. Nah, not with the spoon. Let's try it again with the piece of paper. It needed just a little bit more of a thing to look at. That's okay, I like it like this. Let me get you in close. There it is. A lot of bright colors, a lot of things going on in here. And I don't think I would add any silicone or anything because of silicone. I wouldn't add any glitter because I think it's pretty cool just as is. That's it. Let me get you in focus here. There you go. Now we're going to let this dry, see how this works out. I sort of like what's going on here too. That is kind of, it's sort of swirling around here in the corner. I really like that. And then here it has some more green, pulling it up together. So that's it. Let's put this away. Do I have paper? Yes, I do. But I have to take the cups with me. That was that. Just clean my hands off a little bit. And what I do want to do is a couple of squishes with these colors. Let's put some here in the middle. A lot of blue and some red all around. And I'll have to cut up some more paper because I see that this is the last of it. Ooh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Wow. Sometimes colors really go together, don't you think? These are really, and this time it's not all about the cells, of course. Let me get you closer. There you go. But it really is, I really like it. That is nice. And this one. I like this bit here. I might go for some prints. I'm not sure. Might do that. Let me see. I really need to make some more photo paper. Need to cut some up. And I'm going to use a little bit what's on here. Just to see what happens. Ooh, it's almost a waste to put my palette knife through there, because that is pretty all by itself. Maybe a couple of cells, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty. Ooh, let me get you in there. Yeah, I can live with this. I think that's pretty. That little bit here for a pendant or something. I think that would go really well with it. So we're going to keep that one. And then we're going to do one more. But now see how it's turning dark brown? Got to watch out with that because of the colors. Let's see what happens with this. This time I am going to use my spoon. Uh-oh, very pretty. Wow, I like this bit here. You know, sometimes you can't use the whole thing, but you know, there is always a part of one of these squish things that really is pretty, and here in the middle I love it. Let me see if I can get you in really close. There you go. It looks better in real life, I'm telling you, because you're not... Wait a minute. There you go. You're not really seeing the veins. The veins are really awesome. I'm going to keep that too. Oh, I want to keep everything, and I'll be out of room in a bit. One more. Just one more. And then we will have used most of the drop off. As you can see, this is all there is. Okay. A little bit more of what I just did. A little bit of yellow. A little bit of blue. Oh, this is going to be a really nice long video. But we don't care because it's weekend. Let's see what this brings us. Let's see. It's not getting a focus. Oh yeah, there it is. That's kind of nice. Not totally mind-blowing, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. Okay, gotta do one more. Sorry about that. I want some green. That's what I want. Some really green. Let's see. And then I'll just wait with the other colors. Let's mix this one up. There you are. Let's see what happens with this. Nah, not really what I was thinking what was going to happen. There is some really little bit of cells going on, but not really that I think, wow, that is beautiful. Let's do that. And then come in and do that. Yep, this one I like. Especially this bit here. This bit here, that's really cool. You can't really see the vein. Oh yeah, there you go. There you can see them. They're really nice veins. And even this here is kind of nice if you really see the colors. See that? Let me try and get you back in focus. That's really not doing what I want it to do. Because then you can really see the beauty of it. Ah, well. Yep, that's a keeper too. Now, I'm really finished. This is 36 minutes of playing with paint. This is the video that I wanted to do today, so I could line up all the stuff that... Oh, I forgot to use the paintbrush of the airbrush. Sorry, we're going to make it a little longer. Because I haven't even used it with this paint yet. I have used it with the alcohol ink, but not with the paint. And now I don't have any paper left. Ah! Dropped it right in there. Okay, doesn't matter. Just on the side. So we're going to do a little bit of paints like that. A little bit of yellow. And see what happens when I manipulate it with my airbrush. Oh, I know which color my airbrush is going to be soon. All colors. Oh, that's a little bit too much air, I guess. Yeah, it is. Trying to really get it over there. But it does sell, as you can see. Giving it a little bit of fire. That's not helping much, but as you can see here, it does give cells because you're, you know, blowing the paint sideways. But I got a really, ooh, okay. Got my whole monitor covered in paint. But we knew that was going to happen, right? Deb even said so in a comment. Paint's going to be flying. Yes, it is. But I can scrape it off later when it's dry. I think there's more control with the straw. See that? So the people that watched me do the hibiscus painting and were thinking, oh yeah, but I wish I had an airbrush too. Don't worry. You know, with the straw you can do as much. There you go. See that? That's almost the same as with the hibiscus painting. So a straw will work just as fine. Yeah. You have more a controlled flow of air when you do it with the straw. This isn't selling up much though. I'll tell you that. Let's put some of that silicone in there. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. There you go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now. Nah, not really what I'm expecting of it. Maybe a little bit more. We don't care if we get bubbles, right? Let's see. And it's the paint is sort of getting a little thick. Well, there's a little bit of cell action, but not that much. But that's okay. This we won't keep because there's nothing that I think, oh, that is cool for a pendant or whatever. Let's put it back on here, see what happens. The dark a bit. There it is, a little bit of lacing. That's kind of nice, but the colors, not so nice. Okay, we're ready. Got it out of my system. Oh, and someone asked me to do a ring pour. I might just do that because I'm really feeling it. I haven't done as many ring pours as normally I see artists do, so I might just do one this weekend too. But I got so much stuff going on this weekend, guys. That's just, because I save it all up for the weekend now, that I've got, my mind is spinning. I want to do big abstracts. I want to go, like I promised way, way, way back, stand on a ladder and throw paint down on a canvas. I'm going to do that, absolutely. But we have to wait till the weather gets a little bit better outside. It's really cold. It's still freezing over here. But I'm going to be doing that absolutely. And I have to make sure that my whole outside is covered in plastic because I have white brick house. You don't want to get all paint on white brick. So I'm going to be doing that absolutely. I promise. Cross my heart. Okay, guys. 42 minutes and counting. Time to shut this down. I'm going to wish you all the best Friday evening you've ever had. Love you all species. Liebe euch alle. Hou voor jullie allemaal. And I will see you back tomorrow with a lot of videos. Bye-bye, guys.